We have a lot more people coming in today and calling in and talking about bad trips. The next one we have is a voicemail that shocked me for a number of reasons. This guy said that his ex-wife experienced some serotonin syndrome on a trip, but she was taking lithium, which I thought that was a fucking metal. So, like, what are you talking about? I don't know. Let's listen in. This one sounds kind of crazy.
What's up, Goblin? Just saw your Instagram and I wanted to call in, talk about bad trips. So a few years ago, and this is something probably a lot of people don't know, and I hope they do. If you're taking any sort of brain chemistry, in this case, my ex-wife happened to be taking lithium, and unbeknownst to us at the time...
See, I want to pause right there because what do you mean your ex-wife is taking lithium? What is lithium? Like, do people take lithium? Like, is that something like you take as a supplement? Lithium pills. Let's look it up. Lithium pills are a prescription medication used primarily to treat bipolar disorder and other mood-related conditions. Really? Wait, I've never heard of this. It's actually fascinating. You just eat a little metal, dude. You'll chill out for sure.
If you combine that with any sort of... you're going to have a bad time. And in her case, she almost went full serotonin syndrome, started almost having a stroke. She wigged out, and then of course I in turn wigged out. It was just it was one hell of an event, man. But I definitely would like the opportunity to at least, let it be known, if you're taking like that, do not combine them with, because it can be very, very, very dangerous. But anyway, if you want to hear more details, give me a call back. I am out of work today at 3:30 Eastern time.
Should be good. Should be good to call him. Unless he got a little hung up with some additional work. Should be good. But, like, no, I got to call this guy because what are you talking about? Your wife took some lithium. What the fuck? Like, is it just you take a little hunk of metal, just pop it? Yeah, just don't chew on it. It's a little hard. I hope this guy answers, dude. The pants shitter didn't answer, and that's acceptable. But this guy, it's like, all right, your wife's tweaking off the lithium, but surely...
Holy shit, it's Goblin.
Yo, you're on the Gobcast. You mind being recorded?
Absolutely not, man. How's it going?
Pretty good. What about you?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm actually shopping at Home Depot for some supplies.
Is it a good time to call right now?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I got my dog with me here too, but we'll fucking pop a squat here, man. I've been wanting to talk to you like for forever, man.
Why? I just got done. Sorry, continue.
I said I've been a big fan of yours for like forever, man. I'm probably one of your like oldest fans too.
Thanks,
I would definitely
dude.
be Unk.
I greatly appreciate the support.
Yeah, man. So what's up?
I just got done bumping your voicemail, and I have quite a few questions. It sounds like you have a pretty interesting bad trip story. But first and foremost, when you say that your wife at the time is taking lithium, like, what do you take that for? Because I've never even heard of someone taking that.
So that's for like extreme cases of bipolar disorder.
Okay.
She had specifically, I believe, like I think she had type 2. I think there's a couple of different types, but yeah. So that's like it's one of the heavier ways to kind of treat that disorder. So,
and I mean that's just a metal, right?
Yeah. So it's a bicarbonate, but yeah, it is derived from metal, from what I understand. Yeah, it's the same thing.
I wonder how the fuck that works. Like, how does that treat? But that's so interesting to me. I don't know.
I've studied pharmacology for a while, man, but that's one that I never really looked in on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just crazy. But hopefully this makes the podcast, because I think people need to be like really aware of like what they're doing to themselves, like, because her brother did the same thing and he has the same type of issue, and he didn't follow our advice and he ended up going to the hospital, and like it was pretty bad.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, bad trips can get real bad.
Don't mess with the brain. Any sort of anything that kind of messes with your brain chemistry. Stay away from it. And she'd actually just started taking it again the day that we took. I think we took 2 hits of it. I got from a buddy of mine out in Cali. He brought it back for us, and it was some pretty potent stuff, man. And it was pretty crazy. We were sitting out back on our porch, and just having a good old time, fucking hoot and holler. And all of a sudden she went like that and inhaled because she, like she saw something scary, which she said
Uh-huh.
she did. And she said that she saw like some demons and stuff, which like she never really claimed anything like that before, you know what I mean? Like, but she said that she saw like some crazy shadow people, and she started wigging out. She's like, can I smile? Like, is my smile okay? Like she was like getting ready to stroke out.
Yeah.
It was terrifying, man. So yeah. What else did you want to know, man?
Well, while you're sitting there and watching this happen as she starts having this bad reaction, what's going through your head? Like, how are you processing this? Because you took some
I mean,
too.
oh yeah, dude, I was tripping sack, man. Like, and at first I didn't really understand what was going on. And then after a while, it kind of hit me, and I looked into it. You know what I mean? But this was like after the fact. And so I did what any other normal person would do. I just started feeding her best, man.
No, that is the solution. That's probably immediately what would come to my mind too. Did it work though?
Yeah, dude. Of course it did. I mean,
Great,
I always
great.
keep some on hand for like, I call it the eject button.
Yep.
And it's for that reason. I'm pretty well versed in tripping. I mean, like I was growing like for quite a while, before you could like just buy shit off Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of a challenge to learn how to do all that. And at the same time, I was doing like extractions and stuff. But I got like pretty heavy into mycology for a while.
Oh shit!
Yeah, like I was like actually like cloning certain types of specimen and stuff like that, and it's pretty interesting.
You're really taking it seriously.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I had a whole fucking closet full of different types of like, different. I remember one episode you were talking about like Ecuadorians specifically, and like they're like, but I come to find out like after doing some studying, like independently, that each one of those various strains, just like they all have different effects.
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty crazy. Like I would just give them away to my friends, you know what I mean? Because I don't believe in putting a dollar value on that kind of thing. But I would just be like, the only stipulation is you just got to tell me what the experience was like, and they would all come back with the same types of stories. Like the Ecuadorians were like really like crazy colorful, and there was Amazonians were like they fucked with time quite a bit, like you know what I mean. So that's pretty crazy. But yeah, she actually did one time when we first got together. She and I had eaten a bunch of that I grew, and she passed out, and we didn't know why. And
I've heard that before. I've heard people say they've passed out off. I've never like comprehended that.
Yeah, like straight up collapsed, man. We were out camping, and we were getting ready to get in the car for some reason. I think we were getting ready to smoke or something like that. And yeah, she just hit the ground, and we thought it was like the weirdest fucking thing ever. But come to find out, it was because the lithium was messing with her, and those combinations. So like it applies to. I don't know that it would apply to him, but because I think that those two things operate on it. Don't quote me on this, but I think they operate differently on the brain. But
for sure,
yeah, it's dangerous stuff, and I think if people were really aware of that, it would probably save a lot of people from going into serotonin syndrome.
Yeah, I mean, in general, I think just the best way to consider is I think if you take any sort of medication for your mental health, any antipsychotics or bipolar medications or anything like that, you just probably shouldn't do this at all.
Not at all, man. And especially like younger people, like I don't think they quite grasp that. You know what I mean? Like I know we didn't.
Yeah, I didn't when I was younger. I mean, luckily I was fine, but yeah, my friends didn't get it either.
Yeah, and unfortunately, like I said, serotonin syndrome is like a very real thing.
100%
from that. So
yeah.
So that's I especially appreciate you because you seem to be very very serious about harm reduction, man. And I think that's extremely important.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Like,
I think
I go out and do testing and shit for people. Like when I go to festivals and stuff, like I have all my test kit out there, and I put up a sign like, "Come test your shit for free." You know what I mean?
Well,
so,
I think
good on
when everyone gets high, whatever they choose to get high on, you should just be able to do it safely and have fun. That's the most important part,
Yeah.
And
100%, man.
I think making a mistake in getting high and not verifying your shit can be very bad.
Oh
And
yeah,
people don't really realize that until it happens to them. And then they're like, oh, fuck.
yeah, man. It's like one of those things. It's like you just can't trust people. Like even my best friend one time, he tried to sell me something that was very clearly bad. Like he would make fun of me for testing my shit, and he came over and he was like, "Well, I picked this up for you, because he called me on, when he was on his way. He's like, you want me to grab you up a gram?" And I was like, "Cool, yeah."
Yeah.
So in his eyes, I owed him $100, but he shows up with a bunch of fucking like you could just see through the shit, look at glass, and I was just like, bro, busted out the test kit, and we almost got into a fist fight over it in my living room because I wouldn't give him $100. I'm like, 'cause I guess he picked it up from some like fucking wook out at like a fish show, like in the parking lot, and I was just like, that was fucking stupid, dude. Like, what do you expect?
Yeah, he got what he paid for.
Exactly. And he was just like, well, you fucking said you were going to give me $100. And I'm just like, yeah, and not, sorry, no, I probably couldn't say that on your channel, but
you could say the word. I mean, we've said far worse.
Yeah. Just bleep it out or whatever.
Yeah, say whatever you want.
But, well, shit, man, I think I pretty much said everything I need to say. It's great to hear from you, man. You're fucking awesome.
I got a couple questions for you still, actually, if you don't mind. Because
sure.
I want to pick your brain a little bit about the mycology stuff. When you bring
I hit you up one time about that. Actually, I sent you a message on Instagram, which I'm sure you get like a shit ton. And I'm just like, dude, I would love to like sit down, like talk to you about it in depth, like if you're interested, because it seemed like you really were.
Well, so. I'm intrigued by that kind of stuff, and I mean, I want to pick your brain about it a little bit. Why do you think it is that, like, what do we not understand about that causes those different effects between strains? Like when we think of there's terps, what is the shroom terp? Like, what is that?
You know what? I really couldn't tell you, man. I mean, I do feel like there's an intelligence about them, and I think a lot of cultivators, they kind of understand. Like, for example, one time I did this, because I had like tubs and tubs and tubs of these things growing in my closet. So I had a lot of, time to kind of mess with it. So one day, I was getting ready to go to work, and it's almost like after a while it becomes like you're on call because you have to pick them at a very certain time, like when the veil breaks, Otherwise they keep getting bigger, but they don't produce anymore. So anyway, I'm like, well, shit, by the time I get back from work, these things should be good to go. And so I took one, they were the exact same strain, same conditions, but I put them in a different setting, and I put music on for one tub, and I left the music off for the other. And I come back, and the one that had music actually was ready to go. The other one, not so much.
Interesting. They were fucking bumping that music. They could hear it.
Dude, they were vibing, man. I put on a Ladderless by Tool, which I'm not like a huge Tool fan, but I was just like, yo, if anything's gonna fucking coax these guys out, it's gonna be this, Yeah, it's pretty wild, man.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, I did the same thing with people that would come over, and I'd say, hey, listen, I've got this really interesting thing for you to try, but I would have them breathe with me. Basically, I'd kind of hold the pipe for them, and when they come out of it, they would always say like they encountered like some weird entities of sorts. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And they had no idea, like there was no preconditioned like, oh, it's supposed to be like this or anything like that. It was just that's what their experience was. So I find that extremely interesting personally. But as far as I couldn't tell you. I mean, the only thing I really do know about them, I mean, they're mainly made out of like the same type of shit that like shellfish, like crabs and stuff. They're like hard shells are made out of.
Yep.
Like that's what they're comprised of. Like physically that and water, but obviously all the water is like kind of evaporated out of them most of the time when you eat them. So that's also what makes them hard to digest too. By the way.
Yeah, so, they're not fun to get down.
Yeah, it's like eating a whole bag full of fingernails or something.
Yeah. What is it? It's like keratin or something, whatever that is.
Yeah, keratin, I think.
Yep, something like that.
Something like that, keratin. Yeah, but that's pretty cool. Yeah, I can imagine eating a whole bag of fucking fingernails or something and trying to keep that down.
God, yeah. I mean, they're just the craziest thing, dude. It's such a fascinating.
Yeah, definitely. The episode where you were talking about the Ecuadorians, it was cracking me up, and I was just like, man, I wish I could just fucking talk to him and explain this shit to him a little bit,
Yeah, they look so weird. They're so skinny, dude.
Yeah, have you seen the Enigmas? They look like brains.
I'm
Dude,
not.
look them up. They're fucking crazy, man. Like
Let's
they
see.
look like brains.
Enigma.
Yeah, Enigma. Yeah, they're
Oh. Oh, wow.
yeah, but they're a pain in the ass to grow, man. So are like pan cayennes. Those are like wood lovers or dung lovers, and then there's a couple other ones that like grow off of like wood, which I'm looking to try to maybe perhaps come out of retirement for a little while. I got the itch. It's been about probably 12 years or so since I've cultivated, but I was really into it, man.
Wow. I feel like I'm
So
tripping just looking at this fucking thing. The
yeah,
Enigma.
things are crazy, man. They're supposed to be hella potent too, man.
Wow.
Um,
What's
yeah.
like your favorite strain of like what's your go-to?
Oh man. Honestly, they're kind of rare around this area, but I really like Liberty caps, like
Okay.
especially because like by weight, they're some of the most potent strain out there. It's like they're usually really really tiny. You know what I mean? But if you eat like 2 grams of those, it's like eating almost 4 grams of like some regular cubensis.
Oh
So
yeah. I see these tiny little fuckers. I just looked them up. These are really small.
yeah, dude. Yeah, but you can't get them around here unless you grow them because those are like they grow in like Washington and like north of
Yep.
like where you're at.
Oh
So
shit. So you're saying I could theoretically go out into the woods in Washington and just find these?
oh, absolutely, if you know where to look. But you like people make that mistake though, and like they end up paying with it for with their life
Ah,
because
they eat
like
the wrong.
oh god, yes, dude, it happens all the time. Mycology is like it's crazy, dude. Like you really have to know what you're doing. Like anybody that's listening, I don't encourage anybody to do that unless you know.
Yeah.
But one telltale sign of in general is that when you pick it, it should almost immediately turn bluish purple, like a bruise.
Oh.
So, but there are a lot of different types of that look almost identical. Like there's one called the death cap, and it looks like cubensis, but it's not. It's a fucking death cap, and it'll kill you. So be careful out there.
Wow. Is there like anything like if you eat a death cap, is there anything that can save you or are you just fucked?
Not really. No, you're pretty much fucked. I mean,
Wow.
you got like you're on borrowed time at that point. So, I would definitely get to a hospital as quick as you can. And don't get me wrong, like I'm not an expert or anything like that on that kind of thing. I just know enough to know that, if you're going to go foraging, you don't just go picking anything off the ground.
Yeah, you gotta discriminate a little bit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
100%. You
100%.
gotta profile that shit. Yeah.
Yep. And then there's a lot of like books and stuff out there and like a lot of information for people if they're like really interested in it. But don't just look at it and go, oh yeah, I saw that. And even if it does bruise like purple, that doesn't necessarily guarantee that it is. But it's the only thing that actually in nature theoretically should bruise like that, from what I understand. So yeah,
Wow. Well, this has been a very very educational conversation, dude. I
for
feel like I've
sure,
learned a
man.
lot about.
Yeah, man. Maybe next time we'll go into the extraction process. That's a good one too.
Oh yeah.
Pretty interesting.
I love that. I think that is something I plan to do. I'm going to do a whole episode in the future. So call in for that one too.
Oh hell yeah! I've injected that shit twice, man.
Wait, what do you mean? Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
You've injected
well, I had somebody stick me with it. It's the only
right
drug I'm
into your
taking
bloodstream?
Oh yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. It's I mean, I was really really deep in this for a while, and they saved my life, man. I wouldn't be who I am without them. But it was one of those things. I mean, I just had so much of it that I was like, you know what? Why not? And so a buddy of mine who'd actually done it before, I was over at his place. We were making some music and shit, and came up, and he's like, well, I got some fresh spice. We broke it down with some lemon juice, and yeah, I didn't even look. I just let him stick me, and twice the same thing happened. You can taste it in the back of your throat as soon as it hits your bloodstream, and I let out a little cough.
God.
It was literally like a little cough, and then fucking boom, rocket ship out of this world. Gone.
Where did he inject it at?
Gone.
Like, what's like the best spot?
Just like any other would be intravenously taken would be in the arm, you know.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it was wild, man. I just remember, you know, both times again, you taste it in the back of your throat, and it was like like that, and then fucking gone. It was something else, man. But the thing about injecting it versus smoking it, I wouldn't recommend it necessarily, because you don't really take a lot back with you. You know what I mean? You're out there. It's fucking intense, too intense, and then you come back and you're just like, okay. Both times I was covered in my own vomit too. That was, you know, unexpected. So if anybody ever
you
gets
just
the idea to do this,
completely
man,
shut down when you inject.
oh yeah, I was out.
Like.
I was out. There was no sense of, like, you're instantly in the dome room. Instantly, you're gone. I was chilling there with Ganesh. It was fucking great.
Wow.
But yeah. But you know, definitely it's not something that you can really do safely by yourself, because, you know, again, you could choke on your own vomit if what happened to you happened to me happens to you, you know. So, you know, definitely have somebody there with you. But like I said, I think it's better to smoke it, because it gives you the ability to go there and still remember enough to bring back with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
otherwise,
I mean, that's the whole point. No, you want to get something out of that trip.
Exactly. And so with injecting it, you know, even at, you know, 100 milligrams or 120 milligrams or even a little bit lower, because I think it's, if I remember correctly, it's actually a pretty heavy dose. But you know, Straussman was injecting people with like way more than that. Those people, whew, man, I couldn't imagine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shooting up D is just something like I couldn't even imagine doing that. Like, smoking is one thing, shooting that shit is nuts, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I made sure to use a clean spike and everything. Like, I'm not, like I said, I'm not real big on the whole idea, but I was just like, you know, I've got the opportunity to try this in a safe manner. Somebody that, you know, knows how to inject stuff is willing to stick me with it, because I wouldn't do it myself.
Yeah.
And you know, because I'm not that much of a fucking degenerate, man. You know, I got a career and shit, so it's like, you know, I'm not out, you know, shooting all the time. But it was interesting, man. You know, and again, it's something that I wouldn't recommend to everybody, but, you know, you got a set of balls on you, man. Go for it.
Wow. Fuck.
Don't forget your space boots, man. Don't forget your space boots.
When I do the episode, please call back in, dude. I'll be awaiting your phone call.
Yeah, man. Put my number in there so you recognize it, just in case I don't get through.
Wow.
But yeah, I'd love to.
Fucking and shooting up, dude. That's wow.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, I can go into more detail about the actual experience, like what I can remember. But, you know, yeah, I'm definitely I'm interested in it for sure. Do you have any idea, like, when you're going to be doing that?
Oh, I don't know. Probably a month or so, give or take.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll keep an eye out, you know?
Yeah, just peep the Instagram story. You called in today. You know where to look, you know?
Yeah, man, for sure. For sure. Well, I got lots of love for you, buddy.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, dude. Thanks for the support. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your Home Depot trip. I don't mean to interrupt your
no,
your
I was literally wandering around aimlessly, fucking talking about drugs all out.
You walking past any people who are looking at you funny?
Oh, fuck yeah. What are they gonna do about it? Yeah, I'm over here talking about fucking shooting up shit. Who gives a shit, dude? What are they gonna do? Dogs fucking staring at me like, come on, dude, let's move.
Well, you have a good rest of your Home Depot outing, man. I appreciate the support.
You too, homie.
You have a good one.
Be safe.
Bye. What a fucking dude, man. Sometimes a lot of you guys watching this content that I put out, and specifically my main channel story videos, you probably look at my content and me, and you're like, wow, this guy's he does a lot of, this guy's fucked. And then someone like that calls in, he's like, yeah, I was shooting up. And like, then I'm that guy. I'm like, wow, I thought I did a lot of, like, holy fuck, man. Needles were a boundary for me. I would smoke nearly anything. I would snort nearly anything. But like shooting something up, like even the thought of it today, right now, as I was listening to him talk and tell his story, made me physically uncomfortable. Like, dude, I was literally shivering. I felt it down my spine. Just this like, ugh. thinking about shooting up a needle full of anything, but already when you smoke it, you have a full out-of-body experience. So, like, what are you trying to achieve by shooting it up? You're just going to space and never coming back? Like, that shit is crazy to me. That's unbelievable.